Hi everyone, and for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Jean, and here are my reasons for upgrading to the Pixel 7. So right off the bat, there's some clear physical differences between the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 7. With the Pixel 6, you'll have a 6.4-inch display, whereas on the Pixel 7, it's just a 6.3-inch display. Now, I know that may look like a very small difference, but for someone who's using the phone, you actually do feel the difference in the phone. It's a lot easier to reach the top on the settings. Everything just feels easier, to handle, and I've always preferred like a more compact phone. And I think this is the perfect, middle solution. Hopefully, next year they can come up with just a wee bit smaller, maybe like 6.2, please. Now, both the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 7 have a 90 hertz display rate. Personally, just think, with 90 hertz, well, it says up to 90 hertz, you still get like a smooth user experience when you're going through the phone, opening apps, closing apps, playing games. I think it's still pretty good. Now, the battery life of the Pixel 7 is meant to be a little bit better than the Pixel 6. I do know that with my Pixel 6, I did struggle quite a lot with battery, but I also did use it quite extensively because most of the time I'm watching YouTube videos, listening to music, listening to podcasts, and I'm also usually playing some games on my phone. But even with that, I have to carry my charger all the time. And with the Pixel 7, they say that it's going to be better battery, and hopefully, over time, that situation does actually stay the same. Because with Google phones, over time, the battery doesn't, it just gets worse and worse, the more you keep using it, the longer you have the phone. But I'm hoping with the Pixel 7, that doesn't happen, and hopefully, the good battery life continues, the way it is. Now, despite everything with the battery, I do feel that this phone actually doesn't get quite as hot as the Pixel 6 because I'm always like walking around with my phone and using it for everything that I do, but especially with the video stuff, when you're walking around taking videos all the time, like I try to do because I film all of my videos, on a phone. I do find that the phone gets really hot after some time, but with this one, so far, everything seems to be, really good. And I appreciate that. And again, I really hope that actually stays the case the more you use the phone. If not, then, pretty much stuck with it. Who knows? The one thing everyone who goes out to buy a Pixel phone is guaranteed to get is a good camera. They've always been the best, in my opinion. They're pretty much the best point and shoots you can actually ever have in your pocket. When you're taking pictures with this phone, especially Pixel 7 now, you have really great dynamic range. The pictures are clean and crisp and have very good detail. Personally, for myself, I've recently discovered astrophotography and it has become one of my favorite toys to play with on the Pixel phones. And going forward, I am hoping to take more and more night photos because you already have really good night sight on the phones. But it's something I really want to enjoy and explore further with these phones. And then going forward, hopefully I can have, some little cool portfolio of like night shots over time. Who knows? We'll see how that goes. But not actually to forget the main reason as to why I always go back to a Pixel phone. It is the Google Android UI, and for me, it is the most beautiful UI on any phone. And with Material You, you get to actually personalize the phone to who you are, whether, like, funny mood or like, dark mood, you can just pick any wallpaper and your phone adapts with the colors and the icons to that picture. And I get immensely bored with wallpapers all the time, and I feel like I have to change them like almost every day. But with this, I can actually hold on to a wallpaper longer because everything adapts to that. So it's cool to kind of see colors changing in and out of your phone, and you can even customize which colors you want to be more prominent. I come from a design background. I think that's amazing, and if there's anything that Google does right, it's that. Now, on top of that, you are guaranteed 3 years of OS updates and 5 years of security patches. I myself do prefer to buy a phone and hold on to it for many years to come. And well, unlike what I just did with these phones, but I still want to hold on to the phone for a very long time. These things aren't cheap, and for me, it's like an investment, and so I want to be able to trust that I'm going to get updates over time and the phone will still be usable. Now, the biggest reason as to why I actually opted for the trade-in despite having used the Pixel 6 for only 3 months, unfortunately, it has to be the fingerprint reader. The Pixel 7 boasts a much faster and reliable fingerprint reader. It's not the fastest by any means, but it's way more reliable than what the Pixel 6 had. The Pixel 6 at times in on my phone would just shut down for like an entire day. It wouldn't be able to work 3 out of 5 times. If you have to deal with something like that on a day-to-day basis, it can drive you insane. And in some cases you even want to turn it off entirely, but then you have to remember like passwords and all of that stuff, and yeah. And no one wants to do that all the time. The Pixel 7 also has face unlock. It's pretty fast and I actually like using it. It works, all the time. I don't have to worry about it. But it's not the most secure, security measure, so you actually won't be able to use it for, the most serious security-based apps. Now, I experienced so many bugs with my Pixel 6, and don't get me wrong, there were so many things I loved about it. I actually really loved the design, the glass bar holding the cameras in the back. This one has an aluminium backing, but it's like a one-piece suit, around the frame that holds the two pieces of glass together. And surprisingly, I like it. I didn't think I would, but it looks great, at least to me. But the glass one, I thought that looked, it was kind of like, a visor thing, right in your face. And I thought it was cool. But, this ain't too bad either. So with things like that, small things like that with the Pixel 6, I really, really loved it. The colors, for me, they look beautiful. The screen looked great. I never had any issues, display issues. It was just more along the lines of, it being glitchy, the poor battery life, the heat issues. And with the Pixel 7, a lot of those problems have been refined. They're not huge changes, monumental changes, but with the Google way, a lot of things have just been nipped and tucked in the buds, like slight corrections, and that makes the user experience that much better. I hope that this continues to be the case. We get more updates, all of that stuff, more features come to the phone, and then you're going to you end up actually really appreciating the Google experience when it works right. So those are my reasons. That is why I made the change to the Pixel 7. For those of you out there who actually do have great working Pixel phones, I know that the Pixel 7 has been out for a while, so everyone is sort of like trying to decide, should I get it, should I get it? Changing a phone every single year is not something that's a realistic option for a lot of people. The changes in the Pixel 7, they're incremental. If your phone is working great, your Pixel 6 is working great, you do not need to get the Pixel 7. I needed to get it because I was just really frustrated with all the issues with my phone. If my phone was working great, I wouldn't even consider getting this phone. Like, it wouldn't even cross my mind. But because of those issues, I felt like I needed to upgrade the phone because I don't want to spend many years with a phone that doesn't work great from the get-go. The Pixel 7, so far, so good. I like the smaller size. The camera bar is growing on me, and hopefully with more updates in the future, it's going to keep getting better. I cannot wait to experience and see what this phone can do going forward. So if you like what I have to say, and maybe if you have some comments on what you think I could have done to make my Pixel 6 experience so much better, or what you guys did when you faced the same problems I was, leave it all in the comments. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.
Yeah.